Lest there be any question, the light of my life is Rhonda. And you saw one of our three sons, William, Samuel, and Michael is fantastic. I want to thank you so much for that introduction, for that video. It will become cherished in my life because so many good friends spoke on my behalf. The accomplishments that were just discussed are the product of a true collaboration. I would like to thank my colleagues, present and former justices of the Texas Supreme Court, and all of the personnel in that great institution, with whom I had the pleasure to serve for nearly 13 years. We sometimes disagreed on points of law, but we were unanimous, always unanimous, on the noble effort to improve the administration of justice for all citizens. We created, as you heard, the Access to Justice Commission in 2001 to coordinate the delivery of legal services to those who cannot afford a lawyer. We created the Permanent Judicial Commission on Children, Youth, and Families to help families navigate the Byzantine court system and find loving homes for our kids. The court has endeavored to ensure that the judicial system works properly for juveniles. A new project has been formed to protect the elderly during guardianship proceedings. All of these missions and more are designed to extend the blessings of democracy to all of our neighbors, to recognize that the courts, no less than other branches of government, no less than religious and civic organizations, have an obligation to secure justice and fair treatment for every single citizen in our state and nation. Now, the Anti-Defamation League is profoundly aware that through deliberate and coordinated efforts, the scourge of prejudice, bigotry, and hate can be defeated. For more than 100 years, the ADL has been dedicated to making our country a more inclusive home for all, a country where being different is not a liability, but diversity is a cherished strength. Now just think about what ADL has accomplished in the last few generations. My parents were born during the Great Depression. Fascism was spreading across Europe, and that vile doctrine had its adherents right here in the United States. ADL mobilized and instituted the first independent fact-finding project to expose extremist individuals and organizations. That method and model has been replicated time and time again, educating our citizens to the dangers those organizations pose to a functioning democracy. During the 1950s, when my family traveled the country during my father's stint in the Air Force, many of our nation's motels would not let them in. In those same days, the Anti-Defamation League honored Rosa Parks. They filed an amicus brief to end segregation in Brown versus Board of Education, and they denounced Senator Joseph McCarthy's extremist rants. I was born in the 60s, 4 months to the day after Kennedy's assassination. I was not even a toddler when the ADL established the mobilized support for the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Fair Housing Act of 1968. The nation was still afflicted by anti-Semitic sentiment during this time. Get this, 65% of Jewish students at Emory University School of Dentistry were either flunked out or forced to repeat courses during the administration of a hate-filled dean. It is very hard to imagine a Chief Justice Jefferson or a Speaker Strauss without the efforts of the ADL and like-minded patriots. Now, Rhonda and I have three sons. Here in Austin, they have benefited from ADL's anti-bullying and anti-cyberbullying educational training and its No Place for Hate school-based initiative. The rapidity with which hate can course through the internet is perhaps the next major challenge of our age, and the Anti-Defamation League is at the forefront in addressing the challenges of that frontier. Today, we should all imagine a world without hate. That sentiment, embodied in the core of ADL's vision, is what the founders meant by a more perfect union. I want to end by thanking my mother for joining us today. And I wanted to say to Mom, you and Dad were amazing parents, and you gave us the core to believe that we can achieve, and that, yes, Rhonda, that we can make a difference in this world. And I'm glad to share this recognition with them, with my mother and with my late father. And I hope all of us in this room will leave here inspired to defeat hate and embrace our nation's wonderful diversity. It's the greatest country on earth. Thank you very much.